Good morning, Packers fans. Aaron Negler here with your Packers Daily Chat, coming to you live on the Cheesehead TV social channels. It is Wednesday with the Packers playing on Monday. We will not hear from them today. We will start up kind of our usual availabilities prior to week 2, starting tomorrow on Thursday. But Packer Transplants Live will be going down later today at 5 p.m. Eastern. Be sure to join Corey and myself for our, final wrap up of week 1 and looking ahead to the week 2 showdown against Detroit on Monday Night Football. In the meantime, great to see everybody in the comments section. Hello. Yes, I am ready to move on, and I won't finally do that until I talk to Mr. Banky tonight. This one lingered. No doubt about it. It's always tough to watch your team not show up, but I'm ready to move on. Which brings me to Fred's super chat. Thanks for the support, Fred. Someday, but not yet. Not yet. That's always, what's funny? This is a real tangent I'm about to go on, and I apologize to no one. You ever know in movies, whenever a writer tries to emphasize something by having the character repeat it, it always sounds cheesy. Like, that's so rare that people actually do it in life. It always bugs me in The English Patient. They do it like 3 or 4 times in that movie where they repeat whatever they just said again to put an emphasis on it, and it just sounds cheesy as hell. Sorry, Fred, that wasn't aimed at you. It's just something that's always bugged me in script writing and movie making. Vex, thanks for the super chat. Joe Barry sure is a convenient excuse for Brian Gutekunst's failure to address the defensive line and linebacker group for the 3rd year in a row. Can we let one more game happen before we throw Brian Gutekunst out in the trash? Maybe just one more game. I'm not even asking for the season to play out. Can we just let something more happen than just 4 quarters of football before making sweeping proclamations? I don't know. I'm just crazy here. I'm just like Brian Gutekunst has constructed teams that have gone to back-to-back NFC Championship games, and last year were within a whisker of the Super Bowl. Save for a few things that had very little to do with the defensive line or the linebacking group. On the flip side, Joe Barry's got 4 quarters as defensive coordinator, and that's what he's going to be judged on, the play on the field, and it was pretty terrible. The plan, the execution, all of it. So I don't see it as a convenient excuse. I see it as a bottom line business. Brian at least has a few pelts on the wall when it comes to winning football games. Joe Barry, not so much. My name's Paul. Shit's between y'all. Marshall, thanks for the super chat. Do you think Matt was overthinking his offensive game plan due to the offensive prowess of his opponent in Sean Payton? I hadn't thought of that. Maybe. I doubt it, though. I think it had much more to do with what they thought they were comfortable with. They, meaning Aaron, Matt, Luke, and Nathaniel. What they saw as the best way to attack Dennis Allen. I don't think it much, when they were constructing their game plan, I don't think Sean Payton was on their minds. I'm sure, obviously, Joe Barry it was, but not to say that, they're not thinking about it. And the fact that Sean's a really good play caller and they will probably score some points. They did last year, so stands to reason they'll probably do it again. Yeah, I don't think he outsmarted himself in that regard. I think maybe he acquiesced to his quarterback a little too much, but that's another topic. Justin, thanks for the super chat. I get this weird vibe we're becoming a drama-filled team with the off-season stuff, Z and his tweets, etc. I hope I'm just being an idiot. Well, I wouldn't say you're being an idiot. You're being observant. And, I do think the NFL landscape and the way the offseason and season are constructed lends itself to speculation and or drama because there's so much time in between events, right? I mean, we go, obviously, the whole offseason, the whole another thing with Rodgers and what have you, but that is what the NFL loves, right? They have the longest offseason of any of the major sports, and it gets you speculating and hopeful for most teams, like, oh, we're going to be better this year, etc. Then you get into the season and the rhythm of the season. It's not like baseball or basketball where there's, a billion games. I mean, there are only 17 of them now. It used to be 16. And you've got, 6 days in between each one of them to overanalyze tweets and really go down rabbit holes of drama probably in your own head. So I don't think the team is any more dramatic than it has been. I think this is, a product of coming off a really bad game and a really weird offseason. So we're going to read into everything a little bit too much. I don't think that makes you an idiot in any way, shape, or form. think it makes you a denizen of this earth that happens to be on the internet. Jeff, thanks to the super chat. Barry needs to get his players more assignment sure. It's tough to be aggressive if you don't know where you are supposed to be. Couldn't agree more, Jeff. 1,000%. It doesn't bode well when the offense is coming up to the line of scrimmage and you are just breaking the huddle, pointing where guys are supposed to be lined up. Doesn't bode well for anybody. So very much agreed there, Jeff. Caleb, thank you for the super chat. I can't wait to see Jordan Love get more reps in. I'm with you, but hopefully in blowout wins rather than blowout losses. But yes. Big B is here. What's up, Big B? I cannot join you in your Jamal Williams choir this week. I love Jamal, cheering for him all but 2 weeks of the season, and this is one of them. So, no, he is truly not the GOAT this week. Lions are about to feel the wrath of an angry MVP. Colby, I hope you're right. No 0-2 team made the playoffs last year. If they lose Monday, will there be panic meter? Where will the panic meter be at? It depends where you're reading your meter from. I won't panic because whatever last year happened, that means nothing. The Giants went 0-2 and then won the Super Bowl the year they beat the Packers in the NFC Championship game. And they looked fucking horrible on defense as well those first 2 games. Packers were one of the teams that whooped up on them. First couple of weeks, lots of teams still finding their way. Means very little. Yeah, you want to stack W's, no question about it, especially against a divisional opponent. But there's way, way, way too much for me to panic. Now, your mileage may vary. If they lose to the Lions, yes, please, by all means, go ahead and panic if that's what you need to do. Andrew, thanks for the super chat. Can we get a couple Nagler versus Benkert Madden games? Andrew, you read my mind. Although he's on a PC and I'm on Xbox, so not quite sure how that's going to work. But I was watching a little bit of his game last night, and he threw that pick with Rodgers. And Kurt, buddy, I feel you, right? Right? I mean, that should have been completed, and for whatever reason, the AI had the cornerback jump in there. I feel you, man. He sounded like, what was great about watching Kurt last night is he sounded just like me. Like the same complaints about the game that I have. But yes, I would love to play Kurt at Madden. That would be great. Marshall, thanks for the super chat. Is it time to start Stokes? Yes. I'd love to give you some deep dive analysis here, but is he going to take his lumps as a rookie? No question about it. Would you rather he take those lumps here now, starting in week 2, rather than say week 10, leading into a playoff push? Hopefully, yes, I would. And I understand they signed Kevin King, a move I never got, wasn't behind, didn't sign off on. No one asked me, of course. But, I mean, yeah, it is definitely time to start Stokes. I don't think they will, mind you. I think they'll keep trotting King out there. But, yes, 100% it is. You can root for Green Bay and Jamal, sir. Big B, Jamal Williams is going to be wearing a Lions jersey. I will not be rooting for Jamal Williams. Love the man. I can have affection for him. No question about it. But root for the man in a Lions jersey playing against the Green Bay Packers? You have lost your damn mind, son. God, teach the youth. I weep for the future. Jocelyn, thanks for the super chat. Excited to see for the season to start. 0-4 in the preseason is disappointing, but win-loss ultimately doesn't matter then. Can't wait to see the regulars play. Well played, Jocelyn. Well played indeed. Yeah, I mean, just shake off that rust of the preseason. Get ready for the regular kickoff on Monday night. It was nice of them to give the Packers a season opener at Lambeau Field finally. Yeah, I'm with you, Jocelyn. Sean, thanks for the super chat. Big game for the fans this week. Let's make lots of noise for the D, and please no wave. It's about how you get back up that counts the most. I don't mind the wave. I know everyone hates on the wave. I don't mind the wave. Just do it when they're on defense. But I think it's kind of cool. It's kind of fun. Plus, it, provides one of the greatest scenes ever in cinematic history. I'm going off on a movie tangent again in When Harry Met Sally, when Billy Crystal's telling Bruno Kirby about his divorce. Oh, that's harsh. I love the wave. Wave is great. Looked like the defensive backs lost out in coverage. Hard to win when you don't know who is covering who. Well, Robin, yes, of course. And I think that was very true later on. But early on, I thought they were probably assignment sure, but they were just playing so far off the line of scrimmage that Winston was allowed to get easy completions. And when they weren't in man, they were in the really soft zone. And Winston found pretty easy avenues for completions. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's mystifying to me. I hope Jamal gets 2 touchdowns and we win 52-14. That is more than fair. Completely understand that approach. I don't want him to get any touchdowns because I don't want anybody scoring against the Green Bay Packers. But I understand where you're coming from. I wonder what Brandy Lewis thinks of Barry now. Mike Witt. I don't think anybody wants to find that out. We got to stay safe. Got to stay safe out here in these internet streets. Carry the G and keep it 100. Colby, trying, man. Trying. I'm doing what I can. Who gets more blame for lack of effort, coach or players? Yes. Ultimately, it's on the players. But you can't deny that they showed up flat. And that is most likely, laid at the coach's feet. And coach is plural, not just Matt, like the staff. But ultimately, it's your job as a player to get yourself up for a game, show up, bring that energy, bring that emotion. And they certainly didn't. Andy, thanks for the super chat. New blueprint on how to beat 12. Give him a double nut shot in the red zone. Looking forward to full Lambeau on Monday Night Football. Yeah, the double nut shot is brutal, man. The moment he said it on McAfee yesterday, I was like, what? And I've watched that play at least 5-6 times. Never even noticed it. And then once he said it, I went back and looked and was like, yeah, that's a tough go of it right there. No doubt about it. Preston, thanks for the super chat. It's been said a lot, but when does Matt LaFleur tell his defensive coordinator to play press man and challenge the wide receivers? What's the point of allowing offense to drop 25 plus and paper cut us every game? Sick of seeing that shit. Preston, I tried to ask Matt about it, but he punted and made it about third down, which I clearly wasn't asking about, but we'll see. We'll see if there are any adjustments this week or the next few weeks. But I suspect if we see the same stuff, I'm going to come back at it again, and I'm going to make sure not to give him that out. Third down nonsense. But I hear you, man. I don't know. I would love to see a change of attitude there. Dave, thanks for the super chat. They have what has been a full NFL season for my entire life left. Go Pack Go. That's a great way to look at it, Dave. Phenomenal way to look at it. Definitely an outlier. Hopefully an outlier. But man, it was ugly and disconcerting. Any pregame tailgate parties? I'm going to the game this week. Oh, Jack, not that I know of. I will not be there. I'll be in the studio. But just go to Lot 1, man. Lot 1 at Lambeau. The party is always on. It's phenomenal. And if you can't find anything there, stadium view is always good. Titletown's a little bit more wholesome, but if you really want to throw down, stay on the other side of the tracks. Next, can we start Jenkins at inside linebacker? Sure. And have him run down clothesline guys. Nephews play on both teams. Number 50 Green Bay, number 72 D-line, still backing the green and gold. Well, there you go. Go Pack Go. See? No divided loyalties there, Big B. See how easy that is? That's what I'm talking about. There are too many defensive stars to rarely see opposing punt teams. Henry, very much agreed. That's why it was when Matt made the hire, I said, this is a reflection of the head coach. It is his hand-picked guy. And I will keep repeating that each and every week. Because as frustrating as Mike Pettin could be at times, and I was leading that charge as far as the frustrations, no doubt about it. But better sometimes the devil than going to get your old coaching buddy. I don't know, man. I'm with you. There's way too much talent for them to be that passive and that disorganized and that completely disheveled on defense. Passive. It's just passive. That's what that's what makes me so frustrated. When do we give Raji a call? Last week. What else we got? Slayton can play more than just defensive tackle. Ben, I would love to see more Slayton, period. I thought he acquitted himself quite well. I think he only had 12 to 15, somewhere around there, snaps. I'd like to see a lot more of him. No question about it. I'd like to see a lot more of a lot of the young rookie class. Stanley, thanks for the super chat. Thoughts? So many thoughts. Can we someone is a hard-nosed defensive coordinator that brings an attitude and adds some nasty to this team that we have little of? Bradley? I wouldn't hold my breath on that one. Brandy's here in all caps. She has arrived, people. Star position means nothing, come to find out. I mean, they were barely in their nickel look. and wasn't like they had many opportunities to do much when they were. So we'll see. We'll see if you know, Sullivan and or Jair and Savage, if he's healed up, are given more opportunities there. Sorry for the Caps. I am not happy with this defense. Brandy, you never have to apologize. You have free reign to say whatever the hell you want and however you want to say it. Oh. Tom Grossi is here. What's up, Tom? So now cross-platform is a problem. No, he can come play on Xbox whenever he wants, just like you did when you got your ass whooped. Remember that? Hey, I'm still raising money for a PS5 so we can play on PlayStation, and you have zero excuses. But I'm ready, man. I'm ready. It's all good. I'll make it work. Don't you worry, son. Don't you worry your pretty little head. Leonardo, thanks for the super chat. Hi from CR. Go Pack Go. With teams wanting to play more cover 2 shell after the Saints, we should be running the ball and throwing it to the tight end more, right? PS5 fun. See, there's my PS5 fun coming in clutch. I mean, yes, that would be the obvious counter. I'm not so convinced that, and I'm, with Aaron on this one, Aaron Rodgers, when he says, lots of coordinators will want to run their stuff. Now, Dennis Allen is a guy who really does kind of play dial coverage and can give you lots of different looks from week to week. Not every coordinator is like that. So if there's a guy who plays predominantly cover 3 as his base, he's not going to suddenly dial up a ton of 2-man. But if that is something they see more of, yes, 1,000,000,000% they need to run the fucking ball. And that needs to be their base response, their go-to, rather than spreading it out 5 wide, which is insane to me. So there is some validity to what you're saying, but I don't expect there to be this blueprint. I know Rob wrote his piece this morning about it. And I think I saw Doug Farrar had a piece about it on Touchdown Wire as well. And I mean, this is not new. This is not a new thing against Aaron Rodgers. Play 2-man and make him work for it, so to speak. He's not going to lean on his running game. Never has. So if you can play 2-man and frustrate him, especially with a lead, that's a good way to go about it. And it's incumbent upon Matt to convince his quarterback that, yeah, we got to run the fucking ball. And I put that on Matt. That is not just 12. Everybody saw that NFL Films clip in the NFC Championship game where he's Matt LaFleur is saying, we got to spread it out and throw it around. No, run the fucking ball. That is on both of them. Imagine a transplant with Brandy, Lewis, and Grossi. That would be amazing. That would be incredible. Tom, Brandy, it's on. Jose, thanks for the super chat. I'm surprised we didn't pound the ball, seeing Dylan average like 6 yards per carry on back-to-back plays. I think Matt abandoned the run way too early on Sunday. It's not just Matt, though. It's both of them. But yes, they absolutely did. And look, you can get to the third quarter, right? I mean, they had close to 12, 13 plays in the first half. Get to the third quarter, start of the third quarter, they marched right down the field, and then Aaron gets the double nut shot, throws the interception, and the game is essentially over at that point. But it's not like they couldn't move the ball. They knew how. They did it. So it's hard to say, oh, gosh, they abandoned the run. Just wasn't a huge part of their game plan, clearly. But did they need to run it more? Yep. No doubt about it. No question about it. And I think it's kind of mystifying to me only because of the team they were playing had, was starting guys 3rd, 4, 5 down the depth chart at defensive tackle. Run at those dudes. Run at them. Make Dennis Allen commit numbers to stop your run. So it kind of blew my mind. Charlene, thanks for the super chat. Pappy S5 Fund. Charlene, you are a superstar. Thank you so much. Thanks for the support. All right, everybody, I'm going to have to get going. I can't thank you enough for hanging out, talking Packers. Please do join us tonight, 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Lambeau time. Packer Transplants Live. Myself and Corey Banke chopping it up as we are wont to do. Can't thank you guys enough for hanging out each and every day, talking Packers Monday through Friday here on Packers Daily. Please, please, please do me a monster favor. Hit like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and then tell your friends and tell your family, Cheesehead TV. We're devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide.